Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, it's early yet, I have just two of the co-hosts here for right now. First off, we got Miss Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Doing great.
Doing great. How you surviving this awesome winter storm we had?
Yeah, we did. We're supposed to get some more snow tomorrow, which I'm not happy about. And what really stinks is that this is a 3-day weekend for me. Oh. And typically on these weekends, I like to go dredging. Dredging. But that's not happening right now.
Nope. It was crazy, wasn't it? It went from like 60 degrees to...
Oh, yeah, it was 60 degrees in the morning when I left for work.
I know, right?
It turned into, I don't know, some type of ice.
It turned into a, you-know-what storm.
Sky.
It was like, what?
Well, they had early dismissal for the schools and my job, my work. And, of course, I couldn't leave early because I had meetings because my team is in sunny Arizona.
Oh, must be nice, right?
Well, a lot of the people I work with are located in Arizona, and I'm here in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand Ohio problems.
No. And like you said, they were closing the schools, sending people home from work early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not us. We didn't get to leave early either. It's like...
Nope, it was a regular day.
Yeah. Got to leave in the worst part of the mess. It was like, oh, come on. Frozen roads and snow.
Now, you're further north than we are. How much snow did you get?
I think it looked like we got about 6 inches.
Ooh.
Is what it looked like.
We got about 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It was rough. It was more the stupid icy rain that I didn't like.
And then when the other stuff thawed, all the creeks are flowing pretty fast.
Oh yeah,
even with the ice. So that I don't know where we would have gone anyway.
No, I don't think you'd have went nowhere. You'd have been caught in an ice jam somewhere. It's like no.
And then my yard is a soupy mess.
Oh yeah,
it's just,
I can imagine.
Well, we've got 5 German Shepherds running around out there too.
Yep, that's right. And you say it's supposed to snow again tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh.
Like 3 inches, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. This has been a really rough winter.
It has, and it's just January.
Ugh.
We still got the worst one to come, don't we?
Well, February?
Yeah, February and March always seems...
I don't know. Last year, it was pretty mild, because I remember we were out in the water. I told Shad, I said, for Valentine's, you're going to take me dredging. And he said no.
I wonder how it'll be this year.
You never know. We might have a warm spell.
We might. We might have something like we had last week. And, I mean, it was pretty awesome. And then it just turned to El Crapo. Real quick.
I still have to go through the dirt that Ray sent me. Mm-hmm. I haven't done that yet, so maybe tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, great, because you're off tomorrow. I have to work, so I won't be going through no dirt. I'll be working. I'll be unplugging toilets or something. I don't have a clue. Only tomorrow we'll know. We will see.
Oh, goodness.
Fun.
How are you?
Good. I think I might be getting sick or something. I don't know. I hope not.
Who knows?
But
this weather the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, poor Dennis is fighting it right now with the pipes.
Yeah, well, frozen water
Dennis,
lines.
if you're listening, I feel your pain. We went through that about 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Not fun.
No, it's not. It's horrible.
Especially when it's cold.
Yes. I don't wish that on nobody. It's nothing worse than having to deal with a frozen water line. It's just a pain. And it's really a pain when you don't know where it's frozen, because it can be frozen anywhere. And you could be trying to thaw it over here, and it's frozen on the other side of the house.
I could tell because there was water shooting out of
Oh, yeah, that
those
helps.
spots.
Oh, yeah.
Because they busted.
Right.
They burst.
Well, see, that's what happens at our work. They'll freeze, and it's like, there's miles of pipe there. We don't know where it's froze, so we wait till it thaws and it breaks, and then we fix it. Because that's all we can do. Because you're never going to, in a building like that, you're not going to find where it's frozen. It's very hard to. So we just wait until it starts dripping water out of the ceiling. And then we open it up.
Well, really excited about talking to Shannon.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Shannon's stopping by tonight, right?
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, and I don't know if any of you have watched. I mean, obviously he's going to talk about AMRA stuff and what's going on, but they also have released like these cool videos. I don't know if any of you caught them. The one with the ghost mine.
I didn't see that, but I seen the one he posted
that's freaky.
today.
You need to go and watch them
gotta.
because you hear stuff. You hear Tommy knockers.
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear hammers, obviously, picks, and then you hear actually voices, and a few times you can actually disseminate what they say.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
It was
very
eerie.
eerie.
Oh.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, too.
Make sure you do. Make sure you bring that up to him. I was wanting him to explain the Reinhardt case and stuff,
Right.
what's going on there, because I read it. I can't make heads or tails of that stuff. I like to hear Shannon explain it to us and tell us what's going on, what's the next step, blah, blah, blah. I like all that. And so it's always good when Shannon stops by after something like this happens and we can get brought up to speed on it. And that stuff is interesting, the haunted mine. But I seen the one with the kitty cat today, and I think
kitty cat.
I think that was awesome. Yeah, you've seen it, right, Kathleen?
The kitty cat.
Yeah, the kitty cat that he found in his yard.
I must have missed that.
And he's going to give it to the governor or something. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no, I didn't see.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to watch that one. That was quite a good video. So I'm sure he'll talk about that as well tonight. And he'll be joining us probably about, 8 o'clock, Shad?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Kathleen, I'm glad you're here.
It's good to be here.
Glad everything's going good out your way. And life is good. Good.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And also joining us tonight, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle here. How are you, Shad?
I'm doing well.
Doing well?
Yeah, I think, when the intro, when I have to fill in and you do the intro, you need to quickly come on and go, and sometimes Shad.
And just go, and Shad.
You're the producer. You're like behind the scenes.
Yep.
And we tap you on the shoulder when we need help.
Yeah. We're going to bring you
Which
in.
is all the time.
We're bringing you in tonight. And Shad. That would be a good idea.
Well, he's typically in the same room when I'm doing the show, so
Yeah, he's always close by. That way, if you need something or we need him to Google something, he's there on the Google machine and gets
the Google machine.
Wow, that's what I've been reduced to, huh?
From Sherpa to Google machine.
The Google machine guy.
No, not Siri.
No. That's it. It's Shad. Ask Shad. Not Siri. Ask Shad. Shad.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I have a Siri at home.
Yeah. Well, there's a new segment. Ask Shad anything.
Ask Shad. That's what it should be. Ask Shad. And the Google machine. I like it. I think that'd be a good segment. Ask Shad. What do you? I think all the listeners should vote on that. What do you guys like to see that or see?
Shadowpedia.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Or what's the other one? It could be.
Oh boy.
It could be Shaddy Leaks.
Yeah, Shaddy.
Shaddy Leaks and Shadowpedia.
But no, it's good. I'm enjoying this 3-day weekend for us, even with the cold.
Gosh,
getting stuff done around the house and whatnot. But
you get it too. You get that big 3-day weekend.
Yep.
Right? Very nice. Enjoy it. Run some dirt. Sit there in the house, drink some coffee, run some dirt, and just go, it will be thawing soon, and we'll be back dredging. Right?
Yeah, I've shot down Kathleen. I said, okay, we'll go if it warms up enough, but there's no way I'm going out there and getting frostbite, hypothermia, and dying, of exposure, just so you can get your little fix in for 20 minutes, because it'll be too daggone cold for you.
He just doesn't understand.
She needs
I'm more
it.
passionate about it, I guess.
She needs it, yeah. It's like a dredging addiction, Kathleen.
Well, yeah, he's usually taken or with us with Carrie, so he has to put up with both of us,
right?
In our craziness.
They need to start meetings for that, to where you could go and talk about this problem you have about.
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Or Gold Fever
Anonymous. Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be a great idea.
There you go. It's open mic night. Just call in with your problems of prospecting.
That's right. And we're here to help.
Yeah.
Did you give
or
her
enable you?
Yeah,
or
make it
Prospectors
worse.
Radio. We're listening.
Because we care.
Well, sometimes people just don't understand.
No, I guess not, because I certainly don't understand. It's like, no way. Did you give her a temperature range, Shad, to if you would go? Like,
no.
It's got to be above 50. Can't,
Well, I'd be open to it if it's even in the 40s, as long as the lows aren't too bad if we're going to stay out there.
Right. Okay,
But,
well, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, that can be manageable if you got a fire nearby.
Right.
We did it.
Yeah, we've done that before,
Yeah.
but I've gotten I had got frostbite back when I was first in the Marines in a mountain unit, so my hands get hurting really quick when it's cold out. So I gotta be careful, or else it'll get me really bad again. And I like having my fingers.
Well, sure.
So.
Fingers schmingers.
You got 10 of them.
I won't. Let me just put it this way: I won't be able to Google anything.
That's
for anybody.
right.
Oh no!
It'd be like chicken pecking, one finger at a time. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. But wait, no, you got 8 fingers, 2 thumbs. So, yeah, okay. I got it. What were you doing in the mountains, Shad, when you was in the Marines?
Well, I was a grunt, and that's where they said we had to do for a couple years. So
Really?
you just learn to fight and train out there in the high climate of the big mountains and freezing cold, and sleep in a little sleeping bag and 3 feet of snow.
No, jeez.
And walk around for miles.
Well, then you should be used to this.
I hated it.
I bet. Just you talking
Why
about it.
do you think I was so happy that the wars that I fought in were in the desert climate?
Yeah.
I was, thank God. Yes. I can't imagine what our guys went through back in Korea and stuff.
Oh, gosh, no. Or,
Because some of the gear they issued us was actually some of the same stuff they used and issued back during the Korean War.
really?
And let me just tell you, once that stuff gets wet, you freeze.
Oh, my gosh, that's crazy. I'm surprised you ever came back to Ohio. I'm surprised you didn't go somewhere warm and immediately, like California or Arizona or somewhere like that, instead of coming back here to this.
Well, he had to meet me.
Oh, well, I mean, after he met you. I'm surprised he didn't say, you know what? I think we should just... It's too cold here. I can't take the cold.
Well, we'll be out there soon.
Soon.
Yep, very soon, I'm sure. I'll get drug out there.
Kicking and screaming. Nah.
Carrying stuff.
Mm-hmm. And that'd be rough if you guys move out there. We'll miss you guys.
Well, today we cleaned our bedroom.
Wow.
We're downsizing already.
A start. Yep. Yeah,
we got a lot of work to do yet.
I guess we'd all have to move out there too, I guess.
Yeah.
You might as well. It can be a party.
I think so. And then, yeah, I think so. Get Dennis and Paula to move out there. And we'll move out there. And
We'll all live in the same neighborhood. Even.
Oh, that'd even be
You know
better,
what?
yeah.
Let's all move in the same trailer park. We'll just hang out all the time.
That sounds like a good idea.
Then we just go prospect because,
That's right.
the rent stuff's so stinking cheap, we don't care.
I like it. I'm sold. Where do I sign up at? Man, that sounds like good times.
Well, for $20,000 to Shad Biffle, I will help plan that trip for you. Get you set up quick.
You're a trip planner, too. God, Shad wears many hats. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think, after we have our guests later on tonight, when Shannon stops by, I'll call out the gold prices because stuff looks good.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just talk about it now?
Should I just talk about it now?
Okay. Well, of course. Sure.
Well, there's been a nice little climb. Gold has jumped $13 to $1,336. So I told you it would be going up. $1,336.
$1,336. Nice.
Yep. So then, of course, silver also with a nice little climb of 23 cents. It's up to $17.19.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
So yeah, it's moving too.
It's climbing.
Not as much as gold. Gold really shot up these last couple of days. Platinum is rebounded back up to $997, went up $11.
Okay.
So that one's moving just like gold with a really steep increase there. Mm-hmm. Even palladium. Palladium, you thought it was going down the last couple of weeks. Guess what?
Uh-oh.
It shot up to $39.
Oh, wow.
So it's $1,120 now.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Hey, that's a huge jump.
$39 in one leap. That's crazy. I like it.
Not even a week. That's just a couple days.
Right. I mean, that's awesome. Heck, wouldn't like see gold do that like that? Them big, huge spikes. I wonder what it'll get up to here.
I don't know.
I think it will hit 1400.
14?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
I don't know if it'll consistently stay there though.
No.
It's hard to tell. Yeah. I think right now there is just so much uncertainty with everything going on in the world, the political climate, our dollar, like I said, with China reducing their purchasing of treasury bonds, that's weakening the dollar. So gold's shooting up. It's responding there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, a lot of people are calling for gold to really shoot up some more this year. I just don't know how much. I think that'd be pretty sweet, though. I'd like to see to get it to 2,000.
2,000 would be awesome. That would be a great number. And then it can hover there. That's fine. 19s, 21s. Just hover in that area. That'd be great to see that for a while. And so I'd like to see silver at least hit 50.
Yeah, I think Teddy C said silver was $40 in April of 2014.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But like I said, people are saying to watch silver this year. So I'm curious. I mean, will it go back up? At least I think it'd be great if we got it even just up to $30.
Oh, it would.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
A lot better than just a few dollars like it was.
Right. I like seeing it at 17, but I'd definitely like to see 40 or 50. That'd be really great on silver. Even though I don't have much, but still, it'd still be nice to see it. And speaking of silver, I'm looking at our silver arrowhead thing that we're giving away to one of our patrons this month, Kathleen.
Awesome.
And that's right, you are a patron. Shad is a patron, too.
Oh, so we can win it.
Yeah, you guys are eligible. That's a patron thing. And it says, thank you from Prospectors Radio engraved on it. So, very cool.
That's really nice.
So, hopefully, silver goes up to about 50 an ounce, and that thing will be worth $50.
There you go.
I don't know. That's kind of like a specimen, though. It's like a collectible because
you're right.
You have it engraved.
Yeah, it's engraved.
It's in the shape of an arrowhead.
Yep. It's cool.
So I think that's way more valuable than what the price of silver is.
I do too. And it's even got its own little black velvet bag. It's cool. Ooh, spiffy.
How did you come about that?
I ordered it. Ordered it. I thought it'd be something nice to give away to our patrons. And and they had a special, it was free engraving on it. And I was like, oh, that'd really be nice then. Let's just do that, So I thought it'd just be something, it's special because it says from Prospector Radio. So I thought, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and we might do another one, something like that, even in another giveaway. Not sure yet. We shall see, but we're going to give that away here in January. So we'll just pick a day and draw a winner. So,
and we figure also to update, little information to all our awesome Crony Club members. Make sure you click on that Crony Club tab, if it's coming up on, your renewal period, because not everyone's getting that email notification. I don't know if it's going to spam, but you can find out just like I did, and even Kathleen, when you click on it, if it's expired, it'll say expired and give you a chance to sign up. So please be sure to sign up. We're also looking to get more Cronies Club stickers ordered here in pretty soon, and so we'll have those
by popular demand.
Yep.
They look great on your equipment.
Yes,
and cars. It
really pops. You could put it on your house.
Yeah, on your
stick
camper.
It on, on a building or something.
Oh yeah,
pretty cool.
That's right. You could put it on your camper, your anything. Lots of things you put on. I got mine on my dredge. I know you guys got yours on your truck, right?
On the truck and the camper.
Truck and the camper. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
so. Are these going to be for sale, or what are they?
Well, we haven't decided for sure for any. I think any new members that become new cronies. What we did last year as well. If you became a member and you didn't receive your free sticker, when we get those, contact me. And once we get them, I'll make sure to post it and everything to how they can reach me. And then we'll be sure to mail those out to you.
Cool.
And then if anybody else is just interested that's not a crony, maybe we, work something out to where we can get them a sticker too, for just a few bucks or something. But
okay.
Why not just become a crony? It's only $20 a year. Yeah. You're eligible for even more prizes, equipment, gold quarterly nuggets sponsored by, Dirt Hog. I mean, come on. It's only $20. That's like 20 double cheeseburgers or something.
Yeah, 20.
We've given away some nice nuggies.
We've given away some nice stuff in general, haven't we? And a lot of pay dirt, a lot of. We've gave away sluice boxes, nice nuggets, like Kathleen said. Gosh, so much stuff. It's crazy.
Yep.
So, and if you like the Crony Club, like I said, and you signed up last year, make sure you renew. We appreciate your support there. And thank you very much. And the prizes and stuff's only going to get better. So,
yeah. I'll be posting.
We can't do it without our awesome sponsors.
No, we can't. And I'll be posting our new one here very soon, or this month. Our next Crony Club giveaway. So be watching for that if you're a crony, because it will be getting posted very soon.
Do we even know?
No, not yet.
Oh, wow.
It's top secret even to us.
That's right. It's even top secret to me. So yeah, we shall see.
And we get these Crony Club stickers from a fellow crony member. Mr. Clark, Robin Clark, who's a crony and Gold Prospector Space member, so with his company. So we thank them for giving working out a great deal, and we'll be ordering here soon.
Heck yeah! So yes, we need them because I know there's definitely people want them. They're great stickers, but they can always just go get the tattoo and don't need the sticker.
We're branded for life.
That's
now.
Right. We're cronies for life. Yes, we are. We're lifers.
Well, if you don't want to get a tattoo, you...
Oh, didn't hear you.
I mean, that's an option.
What is the
option?
option?
Show your real support.
What's the option? Because we didn't hear you. It just...
Get a branding of it if you don't want to get a tattoo,
Oh, that would be cool, but painful. But cool.
Well, some people would think tattoos were painful.
Yeah, right.
Hey, for a couple seconds of pain, a lifetime of pride.
That's right. Wear it with pride. Everybody will know you're a crony when they see it. It's like
I don't even think it hurts when you get a tattoo.
No, it don't.
Isn't that weird?
It don't. It feels kind of enjoyable. It's quite relaxing. Yeah. But a branding would hurt.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is. If you burn yourself on the stove, it don't hurt that initial moment, but immediately after, it's severe pain for hours. It's like, no, I don't want that.
Well, and somebody just asked Keith, goes, if you don't re-up, how do you get the tattoo off? Well, you can never not re-up then once you commit to it. That's right. You're crony for life.
That's right. When you get the tattoo, you're crony for life. Yep, that's it. Even if we went off the air and Gold Prospector Space went away, you're still a crony for life. It doesn't matter. You're still part of that elite group of the crony club that will be here forever. When we're long gone, it'll still be here. The crony club.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it will be.
Yes.
We got to get our kids into this or something so they can carry it on for us, you know?
The next generation of cronies.
That's right. The next
Crony Club 2.0.
I like it. Sounds like a plan. So, oh wait, they just said they'll get the hat.
They'll just get the hat.
Okay, fine. Or a mug, or the sticker.
Yeah.
That works too.
That works too. But the tattoos are special for those of us that have them. So, I remember David Bogan was the first one that got it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mita has one too.
And then was it David and then Mita?
Yeah, David was first. And he beat everybody to it.
Right, he did.
I think we even were just joking about the idea that he got it. So we could have been like, we weren't serious about it, man. Sorry. It was just a joke.
So it was David, Mita, and then you two, right? Yep, and then Rich.
I think Mita got hers last.
Oh, Mita got hers last. So it was David, and then
hers was
you
recent.
Guys. Okay.
I thought.
Right, so you guys were second and third.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you and...
Yeah, me, Dennis, Rich.
Dennis and Rich.
Yep. Yeah, heck yeah. Pretty cool. We should get some temporary tattoos made up. The sticker ones.
Little stickers, yeah.
You know the ones, right? Like Like you get in Cracker Jack boxes and stuff. We could hand them out at things we go to.
There you go.
I think it'd be
cool.
But
I'm excited. I think this year, even though granted winter out here in the Midwest and East Coast has been pretty crazy, I think it's going to be a good year. I'm positive about this year. I think there's going to be a lot of great things coming with Prospectors Radio and Gold Prospector Space.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I really do.
Stay tuned.
We've already been talking about some fun things.
Oh, yeah. Lots and lots of fun things. Yes, we are. So there's always something we're always got in the works around here. So even when we don't, talk about it on air, there's still things we plan, so to speak. And, you just never know about us. So we suggest you follow our YouTube channel. You follow us on Facebook and our Facebook groups and our Facebook pages. And now you can follow us on Instagram if you're an Instagrammer, if that's what the correct phrase is for that. But
we're going to have to become Instagrammers.
You're going to have to be an Instagrammer.
I'm not an Instagrammer.
Don't worry. We'll have one of our kids do it
there
for
you go,
us.
right. Right. Mm-hmm.
We're old.
I was never an Instagrammer neither. Here's our guest calling in tonight. So let's get him on here. All right, is this our good friend, Mr. Shannon Poe?
It is. What the heck's going on over there?
How are you, my friend?
I'm awesome. How are you?
We're doing great here. We're thankful you decided
Did you guys see the little video that I put up today on behalf of Gold Prospector Space Radio and AMRA and all public land users? We decided, because we had this cute little fluffy kitty running around, and I finally trapped him in a live trap.
Uh-huh.
And, we wanted to deliver that to the state capitol here and give it to Governor Brown.
Right.
He's kind of got that long bushy tail, with the black and white stripe running down his back and his tail.
It was the prettiest
He smelled horrible.
Oh, it's probably from being outside. You know, it happens.
Yeah. It kind of
Smelly
smells
cat?
like marijuana a little bit.
Smelly cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told Kathleen
You know,
about
it's funny. Go ahead, Tim.
I said I told Kathleen about that video before the show, because she
I
had
haven't
mentioned.
seen it yet.
Yeah,
I did watch the Ghost Mine ones,
Yep.
but I haven't seen the kitty cat.
And I told her, I said, well, Shannon posted one about a kitty they found in his yard today, so she hasn't seen it yet. So she's going to have to watch it. Mm-hmm. He's a cutie.
Well, the funny thing is see, yesterday morning, you go back 3 months ago, and both of our dogs got sprayed by a skunk on our back deck.
Right.
And so I trapped it, live trapped it, and hauled it 3 miles away. Well, this is a juvenile that I was sitting on the computer editing that Ghost Mine video yesterday morning, and my dogs are going nuts at the window, and I'm like, what the heck? You know, I'll let them out. And I went to almost open the door. There was a freaking skunk right on the other side of the window. So I didn't open the door. And then I set the trap. And yesterday morning, we could hear banging in the trap. And I'm like, right on. Well, I caught the damn skunk. Well, no.
Goodness.
That would be
I'm
a
watching
possum.
it now.
So we caught a possum and went and released it yesterday. And then I set the trap again last night and caught the skunk. So, yeah.
Ah.
I was thinking it was a real kitty cat.
Well, it may be a skunk by our definition, but it identifies as a kitty cat.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It does. Yeah, it most certainly does.
Yes.
It's probably an underprivileged kitty cat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Probably.
you know, maybe it can go on government assistance or something. You know? Oh man! So you saw the Ghost Mine video, huh?
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I was like,
You know, guys, I'll be honest. I've never believed in any of that kind of stuff before, and I kind of was. I would always laugh at my wife when Lisa would watch those shows on TV. I'm like, that's such a bunch of crap. You know, there's no way. And I go, there's probably some guy standing on the other side of the wall going, you know, whatever, whispering in the background. This is really weird because you could tell when they set the camera up inside the mine shaft, they walked 600 feet out. And that's when you heard the voice and the, you know, even rock picks, and it's odd. I just released that, as you know, the second part to that video. We have another third part. I have over 2.5 hours of video that I've not even watched yet to see what's on that.
oh my gosh. See, I believe in that.
I don't know, guys. There's some really... It changes my whole thought process about, you know, like space and time, because how do you get the sound of an ore cart coming down a mine shaft you're standing in with two other people on broken ore cart tracks, and you hear it as plain as day? It went right between us and out the dang mine shaft. I don't know how to explain that.
That's weird.
Tim, you gotta watch it.
I gotta watch that one. I didn't
was
see
crazy.
it. Man.
I got goosebumps.
Well, even watch the first one, part one.
Okay.
Because that one, we watched it out of order. We watched part two first. But I was shocked in part one how you were looking at that awesome quartz vein, and you were kind of picking at it, saying, I wish I brought my hammer. And then, like, you're painting back up, all of a sudden you hear, get out. Like a whisper. That was insane.
That's weird.
It is pretty weird. We walked into the mine shaft, you know, AMRA finally, because we kept dropping our cameras over the years, and our little $120 specials that we were buying at Kmart finally bid it. And so we bought a really nice Sony, a really high quality, shoots in 4K, incredibly good digital sound. And so that's what we walked in with the mine with, and I turned it on, and I left it on. We were in there an hour and 24 minutes, and I never once shut it off. So we picked up every single sound, everything. There's some really kind of weird visual anomalies in there that I haven't posted yet. I don't even know how to explain that. Like we showed a little bit about the little misty, foggy section in there that seems to be where everything happens. And I don't know what that is, but I was standing there filming, and there's a big kind of weirdy, cloudy thing that goes right across the top of my head and down the mine shaft. And that'll be in part two, or I mean the final part 3, but I don't know, man. There's some weird stuff. But we, we went in there to shoot a gold mining video about how to sample a lode mine.
Right.
And we did do that. We took out 4 really big sandbags full of lode material, and then you'll see in the next video, we took it back to the shop, and I've got a great big billet smasher, and so we crushed the ore, and it was really moist because it's so damp inside the mine. We ended up roasting the ore over an open fire on one of our old cookie sheeter pans, and then crushed it, and we panned it out, and stuff's loaded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now is that...
And I mean, really loaded, like more than my lode mine.
Wow. Now is that mine on one of the AMRA claims?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
I have three or four, I guess now, personal claims that I did not give to AMRA. 2 of them you guys know about. But we picked up another claim that I've been trying to get for years. It's in an area that I've mined ever since I came to California. And this mine borders right along the edge of our claim. But it's actually owned by one of our really, really close friends. As a matter of fact, we drafted the paperwork for this claim for him several months ago, and he claimed the side of the mountain. That goes down and borders our claim, and so we can mine this if we wanted to. The problem is, guys, it's really tough to get to. There's no road. There's a road that goes out to the ridge near there, but then you got to hike down this canyon and go through all this crud and poison oak and burn area, and then just like on the side of the mountain, on the side of the cliff, here's this lode mine, and nobody knew it was there. But the person that owns the claim didn't know it was there. I didn't know it was there, and I don't think anybody else knows the canyon better than I do. Even the guy that I learned a lot of my lode mining from, Al, who passed away a few years ago. He was there since 1959, and he took me around and showed me every lode mine. He never even mentioned this lode mine.
Really?
So it's really weird. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Really is it? I wonder what the story is behind all that.
Well, I did do. I got kind of obsessed with this thing, and so we did find out what the name of the claim was, and when it was first established, we did that through the county recorder's office. The strike was found in 1867, and back in 1867 and 1868, they punched 600 feet into the lode mine, but the shaft actually goes in almost 2,000 feet, so that 600-foot level puts it right where all that misty stuff was. That's where they stopped, and then another crew came in during the Depression, and they punched it, another 1,400 feet, and then they peeled left and they peeled right, and we chased every one of those shafts all the way to the end of it. So the main ore body really is in at about 1,700 feet. So the guys that were going in originally in 1867, I'm sure that they found some good gold, because the sample that we took out of that ore body was really good. But where the gold really is you get to the 1,700-foot level in there, and there's a big calcite vein that's probably 3.5 feet thick, that's got all this orange, really, really mineralized quartz spider veins in it, and we took out a big bag of that, and that stuff, I mean, it just was loaded full of gold.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So, and it's locked up in sulfides, and so it would be a very difficult ore to process. I mean, we've even gone down the road of, I got a couple of buddies of mine that are pretty hardcore sulfide miners that deal with that kind of ore, and the stuff that they have to go through to get the gold out of that sulfide locked material is I don't know that we could make it profitable, even at 3 ounces per ton, which is what I think that this stuff runs, which is phenomenal. You got a real problem with how do you get the ore out, because you're not going to put 70 pounds on your back, walk out a 2,000-foot mine shaft, and then climb up the side of the mountain and drop a bag down in a trailer and then go back and get more.
Right.
You couldn't do that, but maybe twice a day, and you'd be exhausted. So you could never move enough. So then you deal with all the regulatory stuff of, okay, I want to take a D9 in there and cut a road down to this mine shaft. Well, you know what that's like, guys, especially in California. So,
did you find any cool relics or anything from past miners when you was in there?
Well, not inside the mine we didn't, but we did all over the place on the outside. And, we even found, just last week, we found a big pile, and I mean a pile, of brand new square nails that somebody had set this pile down of all different sizes, and it sat there for 120 years.
Wow.
We found this big hand-forged handle that went to basically kind of like a drag line mucker, and they used that in load mines. We found a lot of bottles and cans and some really cool stuff. We found basically a bucket full of cupels, which are basically the little ceramic containers that you fire your ore with, and you melt it down into bars. We found a whole bunch of those, and some of them still had the slag in them.
Wow.
And those were dated from 1862, I think it was. So we took all those back, crushed those up, some of them, the broken ones we crushed up, and then we panned it, and there was no gold in it. But anyway, no, we found all kinds of stuff. It's remarkable when you have a fire go through there, and it literally turned it into a moonscape. It exposed all these bottle dumps and can dumps and stuff like that. So we've only barely scratched the surface of the area that we want to go and explore. But, it's a day to just throw a backpack on and a little lunch and some Gatorade and hike around, and everywhere you go, you find stuff. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to explore and check it out.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty neat. Man, I hope to see more videos of it, too.
Well, and we've changed our video structure, too, now, Tim, is that we've listened to a lot of people. I mean, granted, guys, we were never video producers and editors.
Right.
Jesus, we didn't even know what we were doing. And we've kind of got it down to a science now. We have a computer that can actually handle the software. And so we can do better mixing with sound, and we bought some royalty-free music that we can actually use on the internet without having somebody threaten to sue us and those kind of things. And so we wanted to make it a lot more fast-paced, and I think that the new format with the new videos that we're going to shoot now with better cameras,
right?
I think people really enjoy, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback now instead of positive with some negative. Now we're not getting any negative feedback, so that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, it is. That's great, because we all love to see videos of what AMRA's up to. So that's a plus for everybody out there. That you're doing that now.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of things that we do that we don't film, as you know, and some things I'm at liberty to talk about tonight, and then we do have some things that I'll allude to. But I'm not going to go into detail on. But I'll tell you this. You guys know I got a personal letter from Donald Trump a few months ago. I'm about ready to go kick this dog's ass across the fence here. Sounds like he'll fit in my live trap. Anyway, I got a personal letter from Donald Trump because we wrote a letter to Donald and sent it to him every Monday morning. We had Stacy send that certified to Trump, which basically it outlined all the problems that we were having with, the Forest Service and BLM. Well, then I got a letter from him in late August, the first part of September, saying, hey, sorry it took so long to respond, because we started sending the letters in February. And anyway, he says, look, I'm instructing my administration to work with you guys on finding a solution to these problems that you're bringing forward. 4 days went by, and we got a phone call from the head of the Forest Service wanting to do a conference call with us. So I've written a couple of more letters since then in reference to the BLM and the problems that we had down in Barstow, California with, them blocking off all of these gold claims. Trump has since responded to that letter, and I got a letter from the head of the BLM just last week, stating that he's been instructed by Donald Trump to contact me about that issue. So that's my phone call tomorrow about that one. So it's kind of cool. It looks like we broke through President Trump's firewall, and he's listening to us. You know, we don't. Not saying that I can. You know, I've got Donald on my speed dial, but it would appear. Yeah, it would appear as if he is listening to us, and he most certainly is telling these people we have problems and to resolve them.
Right.
So I applaud him for that. That's more than what we could have anticipated. So I'm excited about that. We're working with, we're working with a couple of other folks that I'm going to remain nameless right now about a trip to Washington, D.C., hopefully soon. We want to sit down with a select group of lawmakers in Washington, D.C., and go through some of the problems that we face, not just in California, but Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Montana, and California seem to really be the heart of the problem, with California obviously being the worst. And then demand that, you know, they give us help. And what it really boils down to, guys, and this is kind of where it comes in with the whole Brandon Reinhardt thing, is it's about, you know, federal preemption. It's the same argument with the sanctuary cities. Does the state have the right to create laws which, you know, interfere or even create a prohibition on federal law that, you know, grants fundamental rights? And the answer is absolutely not. You know, the Second Amendment is a really good example of that. You know, can Chicago just come out and ban guns and, you know, require that you turn them in? Well, no, they can't. And so there really isn't much difference in that. The thing is that needs to be challenged in the Supreme Court, this whole federal supremacy issue. And I think Trump is going to do that. And I think it's going to come with sanctuary cities.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's just my thought.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, I'm curious
so that's
on
why
that
we're trying to get back to
it's-
D.C.
Right. Shad?
Yeah, I'm curious about that, Shannon, because it's one of those issues where the federal government can't pick and choose what laws they want to enforce that they've instituted and stuff with these states and cities. So I'm kind of curious how big this could potentially get and what the possible ramifications are with states' rights and whatnot.
Well, I agree with you. You know, thankfully, the makeup of the Supreme Court it tips a little bit to the conservative side. And, you know, if Roberts or, you know, Ginsburg, what is she, 135 or 40 now? I don't know. If one of those people retire, then you know Trump is going to appoint somebody that's relatively young, you know, probably in their late 40s or something, to put on the Supreme Court, and they're going to be there for 40 years. And that's exactly what we need, is we need to return to our constitutional roots and to the documents in which our country was founded on, which, you know, Shad took an oath to you know, uphold. So I think that Trump is going to challenge a lot of these things in the Supreme Court, and it's going to decide what he does with the sanctuary cities will absolutely have an impact on, like the suction dredge moratorium here in California. You know, they've gotten to the point now where they've morphed this law and the language of this law, this Senate Bill 637, into include any type of mechanized mining. I mean, we even had a guy that called me from up around near the Klamath that said that you know, Department of Fish and Wildlife guy came up and said if he was going to drive his truck down to the water and be within 100 feet of the waterway, and he had a gold pan in his truck, that was a mechanical aid with the processing of material, and he could be cited under 637.
What?
So now you can really be cited for driving to the freaking river. I would really hope that some some idiot says something like that to me, because I'll film it and I'll make him famous, you know. That stuff like that just really pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like they just make it up as they go along, you know. Oh, what?
Yeah, and so anyway, back to the whole Supreme Court and stuff. And so I think that you're going to see that. I mean, obviously, you have the liberal media and everything like that absolutely despise and hate Trump. And it doesn't matter what he does, whether it's calling Haiti a derogatory term, which is actually true if you've ever been there or seen it. Is that they will oppose him no matter what he does.
Right.
But the problem that they're having now is that, like these tax cuts and stuff, it's kind of hard for them to twist that, when it's having such a positive impact. So these things are going to turn around and bite them on the butt. And, I think that at some point when the time is right, Trump is going to probably either try to pull money, federal funds from California as far as sanctuary cities, and then the fight begins and it'll escalate to the Supreme Court. But the problem is, guys, is it takes a couple of years for all of this stuff to come to fruition and to be resolved. So we all suffer in the meantime.
Yes.
So yeah,
crazy is what it is. I ain't never.
We do have I have a senator that I am working with here in this state. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting with him again on Thursday about trying to get some relief of these agencies that are just making crap up. So, and I'm going to just leave it at that because I know you guys have a pretty big listenership, and I don't want Izzy Martin or any of those idiots to hear what we're doing, so we'll let that be a surprise. Which, by the way, I hope Izzy Martin is listening tonight from Sierra Fund, because I have a new sticker on my truck that shows, the Calvin and Hobbes cartoons, where you see, Calvin standing there and he's peeing on like the Chevy symbol or whatever. I have one that has actually peeing on Sierra Fund.
Oh,
so
wow.
That's
cool.
That's just me.
Oh, we all need some of that.
I'll post a picture of that for you.
Yeah, please do.
Kathleen will like it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Man, that's awesome. So now, on to other things. Reinhardt case. I need you to explain that to us. What's going on now? What's the next step? All that stuff.
There are no next steps.
There's no next steps now. Okay, see, that's what I need to hear.
Yeah, the Supreme Court's the highest court in the land. So his case has run its course. And that was to appeal it to the United States Supreme Court after California unjustly and ruled against him. And so you appeal to the Supreme Court, and if they decide not to take it, it's done. It's over. So we paid off. Brandon owed almost $6,000, and AMRA paid his entire bill off. I shook Brandon's hand, looked him and Lauren, that's his wife, in the eye with his little daughter sitting on my lap, and said, "There's no way we're going to leave you with any bill." Right. And so we paid that off entirely.
Awesome.
In October. So Brandon doesn't have any bills, and his case is over.
It's done.
So
there ain't no.
It is, and we need to thank him for really putting his butt on the line for years, being drugged through the court system and doing what he did. So I'm proud to say that he's a friend, and he really did a good job. Unfortunately, because of political ideology, his case didn't get heard.
It's crazy, ain't it? It's just.
But that's just one battle. There's many more.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shad.
No, I'm just saying, that's just one battle that might have not have gone, his and our way, but there's plenty others that are going to be fighting, and I know you guys are doing some stuff, in Oregon as well. And certain decisions, if they do go our way, can actually have good positive ramifications and impact some of the decisions in California.
Did you just say Oregon?
Yeah, he did.
Oregon.
He
Whatever.
did. we both used to say.
I'm from Oregon, man.
I know. It's gun. Oregon.
Hey, did I see that you got Kathleen a new gun for Christmas? Like a 9mm gun? I have you. Well, the primary fight I think that you're going to see now, at least as far as California goes, is with CEQA, and that's the California Environmental Quality Act, and whether or not the states can, it's kind of the same argument. Is this goes back to a lot of the bills that they passed in California, is did they follow the legal process under those laws in doing this regulation that they kicked out? And the answer is no. And we've already heard back from the state that they're a little bit worried that we're going to take up this case and fight them on that. That seems to be a little bit of a concern, and so they're even willing to sit down and talk about these things, which is really surprising in itself. So without giving too much away, we're looking very, very hard at that, about what our litigation options are as far as CEQA, and I think that may be the next big challenge. Then the other one is with the Baumker case up in Oregon, and it's very, very similar to Brandon's case. And so, but this case was actually filed in federal court, which is where Brandon's case should have been originally. So this is something that I think AMRA is going to get behind wholeheartedly, that case up there, because it's that important. And so it has basically the same ramifications. And it would also set that case precedent that you could use in the state of California, you could use in Idaho or these other places. So, yeah, so that's where we're at.
Wow.
Awesome.
So what's going
on?
Go ahead, Shannon.
I was going to say, we do have, obviously, our federal lawsuit with the Forest Service over the taser incident. That's really, I mean, even though we filed this almost a year ago, we filed a tort claim, and then, of course, the Forest Service ignored us thinking we would go away. That didn't happen. Mm-hmm. So we filed a federal lawsuit September 1st. They had 90 days basically to respond to it, or they lose the case, and we're suing for $2 million. Wow. And so that kind of caught their attention. They know that they don't have a defense for this, so they had to answer us basically the 1st of December, which they did. Mm-hmm. And we're just getting ready now to do interrogatories, depositions, things of that nature. And that's just my game. I can't wait to sit down with some of these people and our attorney and start asking some questions.
Oh, wow.
They're pretty terrified of this, I can tell you that.
I bet.
So,
man.
They've shuffled people around and moved them, transferred them. Mm-hmm. One guy even quit and frickin' bailed to the other side of the country. And
wow.
But we know where everybody is. They can run, but they can't hide.
Can't hide. Nope. No, they can't. Not from you guys. Jeez. So,
yeah.
Man, so what's...
well,
go on, Shannon.
They've got to be held accountable, Tim.
Yes.
That's the thing. Is,
well,
what? You do something really stupid like that, they need to be held accountable. And this whole thing could have probably been avoided had they apologized,
right? And
somebody been fired initially. We probably would have walked away. But
right.
when you lie about it and then you try to say that you didn't do anything wrong, that's just not going to fly very well.
Nope. Nope. They just don't know, do they? It's crazy. It's so easy. It could have been avoided. It was going way overboard anyway when it happened. To pull tasers on them people is stupid, and it's like an apology would have solved it. Amazing. Yeah. Keep us posted on that. That's still, that happened. That's been a year already?
Well, it's been a year since we filed it. It's been 3 years this month since it happened.
Jeez. It seems like it just happened.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but see, that's how the federal government works, is, they just want to try to make it just disappear, push it under the rug. Maybe if we wait long enough, it'll just go away.
Right.
Well, maybe with some people, but we're not going anywhere.
Not with AMRA. Nope. It ain't happening. No. So what's happening up in Idaho? Any news up there?
Yeah, we part of the conference call that we did in Washington, D.C. with the Forest Service was to demand, not only did we bring up issues like the taser incident, which was in California, but we brought up issues in other states and some other issues here in California. But then we brought up specifically the issue in Idaho on the South Fork of the Clearwater, where for some of your listeners that may not be familiar with that, is it's a Forest Service supervisor that decided on her own to act like Congress and just make new regulation and ban most of the dredges on a particular river, and going against even the Department of Fish and Game study that said suction dredging doesn't hurt anything. Mm-hmm. She just came out and said, okay, well, we're only going to allow 15 from now on. And now, and so we demanded an Office of Inspector General investigation on Probert, and that's her name is Cheryl Probert, because the basis, one of the reasons why she did this unilateral dredge ban was she was stating that the district ranger up there, which according to the Forest Service manual, the district ranger and the miner have to determine whether or not a particular mining activity causes a significant disturbance. Mm-hmm. And if it's determined that it does, then you need a plan of operations. Well, this goes back to the time when I was up there dredging with Brandon Reinhardt. Brandon was on my dredge with me, and they tried to come up and give us a notice of noncompliance of dredging without a plan of operations. Well, you don't need a plan of operations for a suction dredge because it doesn't cause a significant disturbance. Well, this woman produced a document, and that was those noncompliance letters that she passed out, stating that the district ranger up there said it was a significant disturbance and that we were in noncompliance. He never stated that. We have him on record, and when I went up there in August and met with this woman, we had him on the phone on a conference call scenario up there, and we had him state, I asked him, said, Mr. Nebius, have you ever stated that suction dredging causes significant disturbance? No, Shannon, I have not. I've never stated that. I didn't tell that to Cheryl Probert. I didn't write the letter, and it's not my signature.
Cool. Wow.
So you have a Forest Service supervisor over an entire million-plus acres committing forgery to promote her ideology. So that's why we demanded an Office of Inspector General investigation, to which we know that they are doing. But since then, as a matter of fact, I was just going through some of my emails today that I got last night. Now what she's trying to do is to turn the area into a wild and scenic, which would make it completely off limits to mining.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's astounding. It's jaw-dropping, guys, that these people, even if they're under investigation, they just never give up.
They don't stop.
Well, they don't think they've done anything wrong.
You're right. But here's the thing, is that people keep, trying to say that these conspiracy theory things like Agenda 21, it's not a conspiracy theory when it's actually documented and there's meetings with, presidents and the United Nations, and they've, got a website, and they're talking about how they don't want the public in these rural areas, and that's really the goal. Now, I don't know whether she is a big Agenda 21 believer or Agenda 2030, because there's two of them, but it sure as hell sounds like it.
Yeah.
You get these people in these positions of power that basically just start, putting up gates, banning, putting up roadblocks, dozing out roads, dropping trees over access, taking mining claims away, and then you start looking at all of these things like the Agenda 21 map, and if you overlay that map onto the gold deposits of the United States, gee, coincidentally, they match exactly.
Really?
No way.
Wow.
I did this about, a year and a half ago. I overlaid the map of what they wanted to do. Is they wanted to move everybody out of the rural area, like where I took Shad and Dennis and Kathleen mining. If you look at that map of the area that they want you to move down into the suburbs of, say, Sacramento and Stockton and Fresno and Bakersfield and places like that, and out of those mountainous areas, you overlaid that map of Agenda 21 over the gold deposits of California, and coincidentally, you overlaid that over the Sierra yellow-legged frog habitat. They all three match exactly.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's like there's some big plan in the works or something that they're wanting all that for a reason, you know? And they're trying anything they can do to get it, from frogs to turtles to, non-compliance to... It's just strange.
It's a hell of a lot easier to control the masses if they're all in one location, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know.
It's just crazy, though. It's like, God dang.
Yeah.
They don't let up, do they?
No, they don't.
What was what was going on with the turtle thing? Have you heard any more about that stuff?
Boy, did I come in at the right time?
Turtle.
Well, it's called the desert tortoise.
Yeah.
And the BLM, that was actually pretty funny. That's the call I'm doing tomorrow is to deal with Katrina Simons.
Okay.
With her boss's 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 boss. That's who I'm going to talk to tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, that was a thing that, another thing that was just fundamentally illegally done. There was several hundred mining claim owners in the Barstow Mojave Desert area that, she went out and started putting up signs that said road closed, couldn't go through there. Mm-hmm. And in our research that we did on that is we found out that this dates back to really the 1980s. And in the early 1980s, a judge ruled specifically that the studies that they did, they were supposed to go out and map all of these roads.
Right. And
if the roads existed prior to then they were to remain open. Well, they decided to close them anyway. And so this is kind of ironic, is that one of the environmental groups, Center for Biological Diversity, who we despise greatly, it's a Soros-funded big group out of Arizona. Well, they filed a lawsuit over this whole thing, and the judge gave the BLM an order stating that any roads that were open prior to 1980 must remain open. Well, she went out and started closing all of these anyway. And so when we called her out on it, she said, you guys can go ahead and access your claims and on and on and on. And then the day before our big event, when we had all these people heading to the mining claim, she said, I'm going to be out there in the morning and, go ahead and go out there. And then when you drive by there, I'm going to drive by the road closed sign. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of your vehicle, and I'm going to submit it for prosecution. And I about frickin' lost it. And so
my gosh.
We went out there in the morning, and you know me, there's no way you're going to stop me. I'm going to go out there. And so we did, and I filmed it. And, of course, she never showed up. None of the BLM did. We had scouts. We even put up hidden cameras on the road to see if they got out there early in the morning, and they didn't. So I went ahead and filmed it, and then I sent her a copy of that video of me driving right around the sign. Saying, if you think you have the authority to do something, here's the evidence that you wanted because you weren't there. So you do what you feel you need to do with this. And I sent it to her. and I've not heard a single peep from her since October.
That's good.
Awesome. I love it. And you're going to be...
Now, how often, Shannon, when you deal with... And I refer to these type of people as rogue agents, basically, because they're not following federal law and what their position's entitled to do. How often... have you ever run into a case where, for like that lady or the other one in Idaho, where you find where they are linked to politically active groups and environmental groups and take active roles in it? Because when I was in the military, federal employee, technically, you're not allowed to have any affiliations from different organizations.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that. In answer to your question, once. And I can tell you that there's one time that we've actually came up with proof. And I'll put it to you this way, and this has to do with the Idaho issue and Probert and some other people up there, which they've now shifted, and one got demoted and all kinds of stuff because I made him look like a complete moron on film. That was Clint Hughes. He's the one that didn't know how to operate a government radio, and I'm like, you push the button and you talk into it, and then you unpush the button. That's how a
so
radio
you could
works.
hear what they say.
Oh my God.
And that was after, of course, he told me that he, had gotten a degree and whatever. And I'm like, really? And you don't know how to use a two-way radio? I think I learned when I was 3. But anyway. So I can tell you this, Shad, is that we did a FOIA request, and I think I've mentioned this to you guys before. And for the listeners that don't know what a FOIA is, it's FOIA, and it's Freedom of Information Act. And it's probably one of the best laws that our own government has ever passed. And it allows for the public, because these are public employees and public agencies that manage the public lands for the public. It allows you to fill out basically a letter. You send them a letter saying, I'm requesting information on X. And for what I did was fill out a FOIA request for anything and everything that had to do with the South Fork of the Clearwater and the unilateral decision-making process that Cheryl Probert followed when she banned suction dredging down to 15 on that river. I wanted and I think I put in the letter, I want every napkin, Post-it, blood on a stump, written documentation, email, phone call, any document, anything whatsoever that applied to that. Mm-hmm. And we sent it. And it took, good gosh, I think it took 6 months to get the damn thing rolled back. Well, in the process of this FOIA, whoever put it together either really hates the Forest Service, hates Cheryl Probert, or really loves AMRA. It's one of the three. Because here was 800 and some pages, wow, and tucked away in the very back last 4 or 5, or maybe there was 6 pages, they were stamped not for FOIA disclosure, meaning that they weren't intended to be released to the public. And so, in answer to your question, Shad, yes, once that I have documented proof of that collusion. And I'm not going to disclose what's in those 6 letters because that's going to end up in a federal judge's hand at some point, or it's going to end up in a federal court case that we bring against them if they don't pull their head out of their behinds,
Wow. Interesting. That's crazy.
So, but the thing about the FOIA request, and it's kind of like the EPA, we've done that with the EPA up in Seattle, and there was a ton of information because we had already obtained emails from the Idaho Department of Water Resources, from the Nez Perce National Forest with the Forest Service. And so when we did the FOIA through the EPA, a lot of the emails the EPA decided to just not give us. Well, we already had them with these other ones. So then you have to go back to a federal judge saying, hey, look, these guys are being, dishonest. They're not providing us with everything. And the next thing you know, you have a letter from a federal judge saying to the EPA, you need to give AMRA everything. And that's where we're at now.
All right. So that's what I was wondering.
They don't want to, you're right. They don't want to disclose the stuff that's going to, burn them on the ass. And that's bottom line. But you can compel them to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm sure I would be thinking there's stuff they're holding back on that they're not releasing to you, and that's the thing.
And see, you're right, the only thing that they cannot release to you or that they can deny releasing to you is if it's part of a criminal investigation or it's a matter of national security.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So there's no national security here.
No.
And although they did threaten to put me in prison for, I think it was 150 years for dredging legally, and I told them to pound sand. That's not a criminal investigation.
No.
Although I think that's what they're trying to mask it under. So, but it doesn't matter now. We already have what we need, and you know what? We just need the funds now to go out and sue these monkeys.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Well, we do know from stuff you've shared in the past that they do watch and listen to everything you do and say, and that sometimes they've even tuned into the show. So if they're listening, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
I can guarantee you, buddy, that if I did a FOIA request with the BLM right now, I'll get a transcript of this very show that we're talking right now. So the words I'm saying, these are the exact same words I can read in 6 months if I want to.
Oh my God, that's crazy though. You know, it's just nuts. I just sit here shaking my head a lot. It's amazing what you go through, and that's why we encourage everybody out there to join and support AMRA. I mean, this is what Shannon deals with on a daily basis, him and AMRA, and they need our help, and you need to subscribe to AMRA. I mean, you don't only help AMRA, you're gaining access to how many mining claims now, Shannon? I ask you this every time.
Oh, geez, I don't know. You guys need to have Jim Hamilton on,
I know,
and he can tell you how many claims. I can't keep track of them anymore. I honestly can't. That's why we got Big Tom Mitchell. He takes care of all that for us, and they've already proven that I can screw that up really bad, so they don't let me.
Right, so
I think it's right at 100 or so, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It's right around 100.
And if you join, it's completely a tax-deductible donation, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
See?
It is tax-deductible.
And you
I mean, even if somebody wants to just, donate $20,
right.
Hey, man, that helps. That's a half a tank of gas for us to go to the state capitol to go to Idaho or whatever it is. Every little bit helps. And so, yeah, and we appreciate all the support you guys give us.
But the greatest part, I mean, like I said, they're helping support AMRA and keep the fight going. And then they're gaining access to all your claims and stuff. It's like it's a win-win. You can't lose. And even if you didn't have the claims, it's still a great organization to support because AMRA is there fighting for our mining rights. And that's what we all need. And if we didn't have AMRA,
mining and public
be?
Land use rights, you're exactly right.
Right, where would we be if you guys wasn't here? That's the thing. So I encourage everybody to support AMRA.
And I think that it's long past time, Tim, that we had an organization that just doesn't put up with crap.
Right.
That doesn't, just say things. It's that we believe that our actions speak louder than words. And, we lead by example. And,
right. And
if that means challenging a federal agency to come out and actually arrest me, and I mean me personally, on behalf of you guys because of what they're doing is illegal, then that's what we'll do. My wife doesn't really like that very much. You know that, right?
I bet she don't. But that's what's great. You don't back down. A lot of people would back down from this. And AMRA does not back down. Shannon Poe does not back down. And that's the type organization that we love having in our corner. So that's why we always encourage everybody to support AMRA in any way possible. Even like you said, if it's a $10 or $20 donation, it's helping. Every little bit helps. And, you're doing wonderful. All you guys at AMRA are just awesome.
Now, Shannon,
we've got a hell of a
got
good
a lot of events
guys. You know
coming
that.
up here
and
this
I know
year.
You guys have met most of them, but that's what really sets us apart. Is that I'm just the dumbass that goes out there and screams at everybody, and but it's people like Stacy and Jerry and Jimbo and Connie and Lisa and all these other people that Jeff and Reb Baraglia and even Matt McAuliffe, that these guys do all of the work behind the scenes.
Right.
That we don't, and that I don't, and so they're the ones that actually make it happen.
Oh,
my job is just to look pretty, and I do really good at it.
Definitely props to all of them. Everybody at AMRA that does a wonderful job. We thank you for sure.
Wait until Shad and I start modeling those half T-shirts. Those what do they call them? Wife beaters? Yeah.
Shad, you was saying something there a minute ago. What was it, buddy?
Well, yeah, Shannon, I know you shared on your guys' Facebook page and on AMRA and stuff, but you got a lot of events and stuff that you guys are going to be out and about this whole year and some special events. You want to share a couple of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. For the first time in AMRA's history, as a matter of fact, we had a board meeting last week where we got inundated with requests of why don't we do an annual dinner down in Southern California. And actually, we're getting a lot of requests for Arizona as well. And so we found a facility down in Chino, and it's called Planes of the World or something. Planes meaning, airplanes. Mm-hmm. And it's an old airplane hangar, and it seats about 350 people. And so in June, we are having our first annual dinner in Southern California, and it'll be fully catered. As a matter of fact, we've already got some of the prizes starting to roll in. We got stuff from Proline, from Keene. I just sat down with Roaring Camp, and you guys are familiar with Roaring Camp, and they are actually donating, I can be very, very proud to say, they are donating 9 weeks at Roaring Camp to us to give away this year.
Wow.
So we have a lot of prizes. So we're having this big dinner in June. We're going to go back to having our annual Christmas dinner, and this year it's going to be in Merced. That's going to be in the first weekend of December. So it's about a week after Thanksgiving. And then we got all kinds of gold shows and stuff that we're doing. GPAA, there's I think 2 other shows that we're doing. We're doing a huge, the giant sportsman show here in California. We're actually doing that this coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's in Sacramento. We've got a booth there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, we did post up that schedule, and I would tell you what those dates are, Shad, but I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, cool.
But the 2 dinners are going to be what's really cool. And guys, we need to obviously talk about having you guys out to the December dinner. And I'll tell you one thing that I'm going to do from now on is, instead of using this other music, because I couldn't post, as you know, our videos,
right?
Because I had copyrighted music, we're going to use this other music that we've managed to obtain that's royalty free. So now, from now on, the dinner videos, these really funny messing with Sasquatch videos and all that kind of stuff, we're going to post them on YouTube.
Good.
Good.
That's great. Yeah. I wanted to see the one.
But we should talk about having you guys come back out for that again. I would think in December will be our biggest event of the year, and that's what we would like to see you guys do. And we'll take you out mining.
Yeah. Take us take Kathleen to that haunted mine.
Yeah, we could take her to the ghost mine, or maybe Kathleen would rather run a 6-inch dredge or something.
I think I would rather run the 6-inch
yeah,
dredge.
I think she would too. But the ghost mine thing would be really cool also.
Well, you could do both.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, we can do both.
That would be the coolest. I would love to see that. That would be one for the bucket list.
Well, I really believe in stuff like that.
I know.
You know, and then throw some gold in it. That's like
right.
Dream trip. That's right
the
there.
Ultimate trip. That's perfect.
Well, it just makes me wonder is that there was people that got killed in that mine. I mean, this thing goes in for a long ways, guys. It's 2,000 feet walking in there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's got to be a story behind
And I'm just
that.
wondering,
Yeah.
I mean, are ghosts as a result of somebody dying? Well, yeah I kind of think so. So did somebody die in there? Is that what the deal is? And
probably.
why are they telling me to get out?
You were touching the gold.
Because it's their gold. Yeah, right. It's their gold. Makes sense. Have you researched that thing? I mean, really researched it.
That'd be neat to see.
Well, the problem is there's not a lot of resources available that you can find on it. That's the problem.
Wow.
I mean, I found I think what I can. You know, short of going down to the mine and actually interviewing a ghost, I don't really know what else.
We should try that. We want more information. Dang it.
It is pretty cool, though, but the one thing that we do know is that when you map out where this lode mine is, and then you can tie that in on the same vein as several other mines, very famous, very well-documented mines, and we know what the other mines did. For example, about a quarter of a mile away from that calcite seam we were working, if you drew a line a quarter of a mile away, you run into one of the largest mines in Mariposa County.
Really?
That had a history of pulling out, 3 or 4 million ounces of gold. And it's on that same vein. So we're pretty excited about that. It's just, we need a bunch of mules like Dennis and Shad and Kathleen to come over and haul this ore out for us. And
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, we'll give you guys like 1 or 2%. I mean, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
1%, that's a lot.
Man.
Hey, Shannon, you got to take the dowsing rods into the ghost mine?
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. Mm-hmm.
It has to happen. You have to do it.
You got to do it.
Come on, Shannon.
Yeah, whatever.
You have to do it.
Uh-huh.
I'll bring my electroscope. Shannon liked that one.
Yeah, that worked so well before, Dennis.
But yeah, what's that?
It actually kind of did, didn't it?
No.
Because I still have it on video. I'd be more than happy to give you the YouTube link on that one.
Well, if you walk around in my parking lot at the shop long enough, you're going to stumble across it since it was sitting out in the open. But if I recall correctly, Shad found it by walking around and went, "Oh, there it is right there."
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I thought we were talking about the
He
cave.
used his dowsing rods.
I think you should take an EMP in there and set it up, and some of that ghost hunter stuff. And
Well, I guess there's a couple of our followers on Facebook that have reached out to, I guess, these ghost hunter guys, or I'm not sure. But you know, hey, if they want to go in and take a look at this, and if they've got equipment that'll get these guys or whatever it is in there to talk, or you know, tell us what's going on, I'm all for it.
Heck,
you know, we'll take them in there. I don't care.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Then you can find out more of why they want you to get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Well, I'll
Chad.
tell you what, man. When you hear that kind of stuff,
that'd freak me out.
This morning, when I dropped this stuff out, I heard some grunting on this video that it raised the hair on the back of my neck. And I'm sitting at a computer in Concord, California, and I'm getting freaking chills and my hair's standing up, and I'm like, what a sissy, man.
No, it's freaky.
It's just freaky. It's just weird.
Because you were in there, and that's why that would freak me out too. But I think it'd still be cool. I just want to
Did you feel different, you know, physically?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is that in looking back over this, there was the one section of the mine, and you can see that in the video, that it's almost like it had a mist. And you could stick your head in the mist and then kind of lean back, and you were out of it. Stick your head in, lean back, and you were out of it. And it just stayed there.
Wow.
Both times that we've been in the mine, it was this one area that's about 50 foot, and it doesn't move, even though you've got airflow going through there. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
That's strange.
So,
man.
I just don't know, man.
No, it's cool.
But I'm sure that there's sounds and stuff on this other, like I said, this other video that I haven't even had a chance to review. That in the part 3 that we do, when we get on this calcite seam, honestly, guys, I haven't even watched that video yet.
Nice.
Because it takes so long to edit this stuff, and you have to go through. And I have kind of this little graph scale thing that on this editing software, it's almost like an equalizer, so you can see all these different little sound spikes. And so if you're watching video like what we did, getting all the way to the end, every little sound spike I would have to watch. And then, okay, was that a footstep, or was it somebody breathing, or was somebody talking, or, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And all of the things that I've seen so far were when we were fairly stationary, that just defy logic. And so when we were doing the samples in these areas, we were very static. And so I think if there was anything else going on, we're going to hear it in there as well.
I would say yes. That's cool. And then,
dude, I'm not a ghost hunter, man. I'm a gold miner.
I know, but it's
really
still sweet.
I'm making ghost hunting videos.
I know. It's different for, you're a gold miner. That's what makes it so cool, I guess. It's like, man, that's neat. I just get excited about it. I think it's different because I've never,
you know. But I did get kind of a weird feeling, and it's some of the things you guys obviously didn't see in the video. We were talking all the way in and out of there, but Joe Lima, who I love this guy dearly, he's one of our AMRA staff. Him and his wife Kathy went in with me first in the very first video. That he said, look, I'm very attuned to these kind of things, and he goes, I'll let you know if I feel funky. Mm-hmm. And when we went through that misty area, is where we started hearing all these weird rock pick hammers and the voices and on and on. But he's like, dude, I'm getting like a really strange feeling, and so was I. It was almost like I was feeling that, you know how you feel like when you feel like somebody's watching you?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the impression that I got. But when I came out of the mine, that rock pick that I had found on the trail on the way in there, we'd actually left down on the bottom of the canyon. And when I realized that I did that, I was all the way back up at the truck. I got so angry that I actually took my helmet off and threw it at my truck. And that's really unlike me.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would never damage my own property because, I mean, it's a rock pick, for crying out loud. And I didn't understand why I did that. So I don't know what that was about, and I don't know whether I just don't know. It was just really odd.
It happens. I've heard it happens with
Well,
close encounters. Yeah.
I'm kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff, and I always get like this weird energy feeling in my head. I don't know when I come across stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is very.
Well,
we were touring the
say
ghost.
That my head
the
spun
ghost
around
town.
in bed that night, and I puked up green puke. I don't know, you know, whatever. It was Friday.
I need a young priest and an old priest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I don't know. It was fun though, but I'd love to take you guys in there.
Yes, God, I would love to see it.
Yeah, you've got to wear waders because it's clear up over the knee, the goop in there. We actually broke a dam inside there, and the camera that we left sitting on the mine shaft about 600 feet in, you can hear the water trickling out the whole time, and then at about an hour into this camera is just sitting in the dark, you know, minding its own business. You hear this rush of water come busting out of the mine shaft.
Wow.
And that was us breaking the dam in there. So we knocked the level down of the water in there to probably about knee deep. Mm-hmm. But you can't see where you're walking, and there's ore cart track all through it. So you step on the ore cart track, you roll your ankle, you bang up against the side of the wall, and you know, you step on some of the timbers that they laid the ore cart track on. Well, it's so rotted out that you stand on it, and then it crushes all the way to the floor. And then it releases what really kind of smells like dog crap.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. And it's just decomposing stuff. And that was what I was concerned about, is because that decomposing material will contain methane.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you just pass out.
Yeah.
If you pass out and fall on that floor, you drown.
You're done.
You drown, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Crazy. You guys be careful in there, though. But that is really cool, Shannon. See, something interesting other than mining stuff. It was ghost stuff tonight.
Well, it's ghost and gold.
Yeah, it is.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to wear a life vest just in case.
You know, you could wear floaties.
I could see him walking in with one of those, you know how they have those kind of ring things with the little dinosaur head that goes around your waist?
Yeah.
I could see him walking in with something like that.
Yeah.
Or water wings.
Yeah, you'd have to have all of it. His little pool noodle and everything. And then we'll send Dennis in. Yep. Would you do it, Dennis?
No.
You wouldn't go in a haunted mine?
Oh, a haunted mine, heck
okay.
yeah.
Oh, you just wouldn't wear all the gear that we're talking about.
I don't know. I might have made like a video or something.
Of course you would. I know you would. That'd be even more fun. It would make it so much better.
I might walk in with my rear end hanging out. You never know.
Well, we don't want to
Wearing
see that. Awesome. Crazy. Shannon, you're the best.
Hey, guys, I appreciate you having me on. It actually worked out well being back at home, you know, this weekend, and I had a little bit of free time. And so since my Broncos didn't make the playoffs this year, you know. But, no, I appreciate all that you guys do, and I appreciate the friendship and you know, getting our word out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's greatly appreciated.
Hey, thank you, brother. You know you're welcome here anytime. That's always an open invitation, right?
Yeah, and I'll probably just surprise you one of these days like I always do.
Yeah,
so.
It's fine. We like surprises here. You take care and you be safe.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I'm going to go cook my wife dinner, and we'll chat at you guys real soon, okay? Take care.
Take care, brother.
See you, Shad. See you, Kathleen, Dennis.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
See you guys.
Bye, bud. Awesome. Always great when Shannon is here for a little bit. Let's go ahead and do some commercials. Take a quick break. And we will be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
All right, everybody, we're back. Dennis Dayton, how are you, my friend?
Oh my gosh, guys! I tell you what, this was bad. I kept thinking, oh man. I got the alarm set. I get up, I go to the bathroom, and I notice, well, the water's not running. Crud. Mm-hmm. So I turn it on. Nothing. I went, oh my gosh. So immediately I call the wife, and I'm upset, and thank goodness, the daughter took a shower, and it wasn't too awful long ago, so it wasn't, our pipes wasn't a hard freeze.
Right.
So I'm trying to find. I found out one thing. If you get your generator in it, because I had it in my man cave, I couldn't get it to start because it was so cold.
Oh.
So I'm trying to get a couple extension cords, and they weren't long enough, so I had to go across the street to the neighbor, got his long extension cord, get the hairdryer while we're trying to find the salamander, and I kind of stick it down there and I let it sit. Well, we finally found the salamander, get it out, and then the water started running. So thank goodness.
Oh, yeah.
No pipes busted.
Yeah, that's good.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm still cold. I kept thinking, oh, those guys are going to think I didn't come on here on purpose.
No.
This is not a good thing.
It's winter, man. That stuff happens,
We had to go through that like 2 weeks ago, and the pipes actually burst. So You're very fortunate.
You're lucky.
Well, I know on pipes, I know when they freeze. This happened just when we used to live at our other house on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Once they freeze, you've got a limited time, because once the pipes get a really super hard freeze and a lot of it, usually by then, that's if you thaw them out, they'll pop, bust. But I got real lucky.
Yeah, you
did.
But and you still made it. So see.
Yeah. No. Well, of course, the whole time I'm sending pictures, I turned my computer on when it finally got the water running, and my computer decided it wanted to do an update.
Yep.
So I sent pictures to Tim. Look, this dang thing says it's 100% complete, and it won't. And then all of a sudden, it went back to 0 and updating this, and I thought, ah. Then I said, can you bring me out on the phone? He said, no, Shannon's on the phone. I was like, ah.
It happens. I know. It's like, oh man, it's if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It seems like at showtime, you know.
I just replaced the valve that I had on it before winter hit. Mm-hmm. We had a little bit of a leak. So, we had to had the town shut it off at the main, and had to replace, had to put the new valve in, and I thought, oh my gosh, here we go all over again. I kept thinking, I'm going to have to call into work tonight. I'm going to have to, I'm just thinking of the worst. And then finally, like I said, I come inside the trailer, because when I got my salamander out, I couldn't remember if it took diesel, regular gas, or kerosene. I couldn't remember, and it was empty. So I come inside to Google it to make, I want to make sure I'm putting the right. And all of a sudden, the water started running in the kitchen, and I was like, "Whoo, yeah!" So I went out there and shut the hairdryer off, and
you got the old Google machine. It's kerosene.
I got a John Deere. It's a A90, A90 or A60 John Deere salamander.
Right.
What is it?
And I didn't know if, like I said, if it was kerosene, diesel, gasoline.
I know mine runs on kerosene.
It seems
it's
like
gotta be kerosene. It wouldn't be gas.
Gasoline. I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to put something in it and then have the thing explode.
Yeah, I don't think it's
like
gasoline.
A heater.
Yeah, it's a torpedo heater.
Okay, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't put gasoline in it. That's for sure. I swear it's kerosene. For all of them I've ever seen, it's been kerosene.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You could either run diesel or kerosene.
Right. But I've always ran kerosene in them. But I don't know.
And it's been that long since I've had to use it, so it's
they work great for them frozen pipes.
But I tell you one thing I did is my generator, I've got it inside the trailer with me. It's not coming outside the trailer.
Yeah. Keep it warm, right?
Yes, it's going to stay nice and warm.
Nice and toasty. Toasty.
I even got I've got a big generator, kind of got handles on it and wheels, and you can plug 4 things into it.
Right.
And that's when I was trying to find extension cords, and I had 2 shorter ones, and they still wasn't close enough. And so it was a mess. But it's all good now.
It's
the water's
running. That's what I say. You made it. The water's running. You made it. You got your computer fired up and got it. You're here, and that's all that matters. And I think Kathleen's going to look for a name in the chat room, and we'll give away a little bit of some Jimbo's Gold tonight. We haven't given that away in a while. So, Kathleen, take your time, find us a name, and we'll give away some Jimbo's Gold tonight. I think that's a swell idea. And
Jimbo's Gold.
I think Shannon.
I got a name.
What's that?
I got a name.
Oh gosh darn! Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me get ready.
She's quick tonight.
She is fast. All right, the rules are the same as always, like they are every week. If Kathleen calls your name, you have 1 minute, 30 seconds to answer in the Gold Prospector Space chat room that you are here. It's that easy. So, Kathleen, wait a minute. I gotta get my clock. Hold on, darn it. Okay, wait. Okay, I am ready when you are.
All right, the winner is James Emery.
James Emery, 1 minute, 30 seconds.
James Emery. There's the music.
And enter to insult.
What's that?
Yeah, really. If your pipes freezing wasn't bad enough.
Listen to this tune.
I love that music.
God's sake, James, please say you're here.
James, are you out there?
We're playing it all night long, 10 hours.
Give it to him regardless.
We're going to put it on a loop and just let it just keep playing over and over.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to make a trip to Ohio.
James, if you're here, answer you're here in the chat room.
You have 30 seconds left.
Oh, please answer.
Where is James at? If he wants to win some Jimbo's gold, better answer. I am here. What, Dan?
Got them Steelers.
Huh? We don't watch the foosball. Remember?
That's the devil.
It is. It's the devil. Uh-oh. Time is up. Okay, darn it. Kathleen's going to have to get us another name. All right.
Get another one.
You can cancel here at any time. Okay, there. I think I got to stop. And say when you're ready again, Kathleen.
I am ready.
You are ready?
Ready?
All right. Everybody ready?
Leo Mercado.
Say that again.
Leo Mercado.
Leo Mark.
Don't know where he got
Mercado.
Leo Mercado.
Mercado.
Is Shad spelling that in the chat room?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Shad.
Mercado.
Leo
Mercado.
Potato.
Leo Mercado or Mercado.
Mercado.
Potato.
All you need to say is,
Mercado.
are you here?
Yeah.
Or I'm here.
Easy enough.
As I keep butchering your name.
Come on, Leo.
I know, you should just quit, probably.
Just call him Leo. Yeah.
Leo,
are
you out there?
Are you listening tonight?
He's the only Leo in the chat room, right? Let me see.
Maybe?
Yep.
Yeah?
Not Lee, Leo.
Leo. Music, please.
I tell you what.
Back by special request.
That was a special request by Ed Marvin. He requested it, Dennis.
What's that?
20 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness. You can't give this stuff away.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
No way.
2, 1. All righty.
Man, that 0 for 2.
Jeez. 0 for 2, Kathleen. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Who requested that?
Is anybody listening?
Ed requested it, Dennis.
That's nice to know.
Mm-hmm. So now you know you got to get Ed back.
Yeah, I'm going to call it on a show, and I'm going to play that theme song on him.
Hold on. I got to find my timer again. All right. Say when you're ready, Kathleen.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's see if this one will work out. Kenneth Johnson.
Kenneth Johnson. 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're here. And. Dun, dun.
But hey, I tell you one thing though.
What's
seriously, those the roaring camp that they're giving away.
That's awesome.
That is, and whoever wins that and goes to it, because we're headed back again this year. I'm taking the wife.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna absolutely love that place.
Oh heck yeah! So
that is
It's
one
like
place
9 weeks,
you need to put on your bucket.
Oh, Kenneth Johnson is
all right.
Yay.
I think he's giving away 9 of them. There'll be
Yeah,
a
I think
total
that's
of 9
what
weeks.
it'll be. 9 week-long trips, probably. That's cool. Congratulations, Kenneth. Way to go. Now, Shad, you going to reach out and get his mailing info?
Yes, I will.
All right. Kenneth, Shad's going to send you a side chat and give him all your mailing info. And we'll get that to Jimbo, and he'll get that shipped out to you. And please, post some pictures. We'd love to see how it is and how much you're enjoying your Jimbo's Gold. Thank you, Jimbo. And Thank you for listening. And very cool. Yeah, I think you're right, Dan. 9 1-week trips.
Yeah, 9 1-week trips. Because, yeah, they're 1 week at a time, but it's...
Oh, you can't, put them all together.
Well, you could you could actually... I mean, you can go 2 weeks if you want, 3 weeks, but...
I bet you it's going to be like 9 different prizes, Kathleen.
Yeah, I'm sure
winners,
it will be.
9 different winners, week each. That'd be cool.
Because, man, one place I recommend that you go there is China Camp. You have to go to China Camp while you're there.
It would be cool. I'd love to see it someday. But now I'm really wanting to go to that ghost mine. So I can't do them all. I wish we could. Darn. I think that'd be really a experience, Without a doubt, Kathleen. That would be cool.
I think so.
It would
I think that, I don't know. I mean, just going to our ghost town tour, and when we went out west, I had some weird experiences.
Mm-hmm. So see?
And, yeah.
That would be even better in a mine, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because not only are you in a mine, but there's ghosts.
And you can actually prospect in it a little bit. See?
What do they call those when they hear them? Something like
knockers.
Tommy knockers, they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched, they had that show, and they were showing about going to these mines, and they were hearing things, and everybody, even the crew, the company, man, they got out and left.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be cool.
There was a program on, I guess it was like 3 or 4 years ago, but
Ghost Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ghost Mine.
Ghost Mine.
And they were talking about bringing something like that back, but I wasn't sure when.
That'd be cool. I like it. I just think it's very interesting.
Speaking of new shows, this week, right? The Dakota Fred's.
Yeah, that's right.
What is it? Gold Rush Whitewater.
Gold Rush Whitewater. Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
When's that come on?
This week it starts.
It'll be on the 19th, 10 o'clock. Discovery.
Yeah, after Gold Rush, right?
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm. I think it's after Gold Rush, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have the Discovery Channel, so I'll have to wait and watch it on the Fire Stick.
Same here.
Yep.
We don't need no stinking cable.
No, but I'm definitely going to watch it. Just want to check that out.
But you got the Fire Stick, you can watch it live.
Really?
They have TV.
Oh, okay. All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, I will check that out then and see if I can. Let's see, I want to see it. Think it's going to be different and better. It's going to be more to our liking, I think. Right?
We'll see.
I hope so.
Right.
I hope it's
I don't know.
no
We'll
drama.
see.
Right,
Yeah.
no drama.
I mean, I'll always watch something
Right. And
first just to see how I like it.
right, I want to see them dredging and no drama. Or a little drama's okay.
But Naughty, I don't want to see a show of nothing but clogs.
I don't either.
Clogs.
Well, because in Gold Rush you have the equipment breakdown,
Right.
so they're dredging, so it's clogs.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what it'll be.
My motor.
Or their generator goes out,
Yeah,
or their pump goes out.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it's like burying sea gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope not. Let's just hope it's just a lot of dredging and a lot of gold recovery. I think it'll be cool. Hold on, I turned around for a minute.
Exploring and testing and
Yeah.
yeah, I like to see that too. Go here and kind of do a little dredging and test and see if you got any color, and if not, then move to the next hole or spice. I like that stuff too.
I
Get a
like
little flavor.
underwater footage.
Yeah, I do too. The underwater footage of the dredging. That'd be cool. I like seeing the gold and they're sucking it up off the bottom. But yeah, that's cool. I think it'll be awesome.
Dan Zoller just was asking everybody if they knew who the investor was for the new show.
Oh.
And then he says, well, it looks like it's Todd Hoffman is the investor, so all drama.
Is that really the
right.
investor, I wonder? Is Todd really the investor?
And they'll be dredging with the 2-inch backpack dredge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that. The little dredge that could. Yeah.
That's my dredge.
That's right. I think it'll be cool. We got to watch it and see. Then we'll give our give our opinion on it, guys, after we watch it and let everybody know what we think, and as if it matters, but we're still going to tell you anyway. Right? Because that's what we do here. Oh, mercy. Kathleen, find us another name.
Another name?
Yeah,
okay.
Before we wrap it up, let's give away that gold pan, snuffer, and vial from our good friend Steve Hamilton over at MakeYourOwnGoldBars.com. Be sure to check that out. I think you still got discount codes posted on Gold Prospector Space. If you need some equipment or merchandise or whatever, check them out for get you a bit of a discount. So,
there's a lot of stuff they sell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely a lot of stuff. Say when you're ready, Kathleen.
I'm ready.
All right, everybody. You all know the rules. 1 minute, 30 seconds when Kathleen calls your name. Let's hear it, Kathleen.
You ready?
Yeah, ready when you are.
Oh, okay.
Yep, sorry.
It's Robert Critchley.
Robert Critchley. 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're here.
Critchley.
I think I said it right. Critchley.
Critchley? Sounds right.
How do you spell it?
Critchley.
Yep. That's what I'd say. Critchley.
They're all requesting it. They're requesting it. If somebody requests it in the chat room, I have to play it.
I think I'm going to report you to somebody about music. I have myself.
See, somebody requested it. It's like, it's a request. We have to play it. See? Play the song.
Get it. What was it?
It was, what was the name again, Kathleen?
Robert Critchley.
Robert Critchley. You have 33 seconds left.
Who requested it this time?
Michael Shelby.
Michael Shelby requested it that time.
I'm taking names, making a list.
20 seconds.
Somebody said to play it backwards, so it's different.
Oh, that would be cool.
Can you do it?
I don't know. I wish I could.
I can handle it. I wish you would.
I wish I could. I would. Uh-oh. Kathleen might start looking for another name. And time is up.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I'm having a lot of bad luck.
And there's like 70-some people in the chat room.
I know.
Stuff you've been talking.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, so we need another name, don't we?
Yes, we do. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, this one's I don't have a last name. Is that okay?
As long as there ain't more than one of them.
It just says Gavin R.
Oh, that'll work. Gavin R. Gavin R.
Gavin, the letter R.
Gavin R. Must be a pirate.
R.
Must be a pirate. Gavin, are you here? See, now they requested it again.
No.
That time it was John Hunt, Dennis, for your list.
Okay, I'm taking names. That's fine.
Yay, Gavin
Hunt.
Gavin is here. Congratulations, Gavin.
Michael Shelby and John Hunt making a list, checking it twice.
And Ed Marvin. Don't forget Ed Marvin. He was.
Oh yeah, well,
requested
Marvin.
Also.
Hopefully, I don't ever give anything away.
Gavin R. Shad is going to send you a text message, or not a text message, a side chat, and give him all your mailing information, and we'll get that sent out to Steve, and he'll get that.
I want to know what the R stands for.
R stands for R, Kathleen. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's take one quick break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap it up.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. And for all you Android users out there, don't forget our Android app is back up and working for Prospector Radio, so you can get that, download it, listen to the show anytime, anywhere. Also for the Apple iOS application as well. So get that link, it's free. Or link, that app, it's free. And that way you can listen to the show no matter where you are. You can listen to past shows, they're all there. So, check it out. It only takes you a minute to download it on your phone, so you could do that. Also want to remind everybody to be sure to tune in on Tuesday nights to our friends Ed, Jesse, and Dano over on their Tuesday night hangout on their YouTube channel. So be sure and check that out. Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. And I know that last week I missed it. I'm sorry. I usually don't, but I don't know what happened. I missed it. And I beat myself up over it the next day. So don't you guys miss it. Be sure and tune in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. So anybody got anything else tonight?
No.
I think that's it.
Think that's it. Shad, did we get all that mailing information yet?
Oh, yeah. They gave it right to me. I already sent it to you, so all set there.
Awesome. I'll get that sent out to the proper people tomorrow and get their stuff in the mail to them. Very cool. And like I said, cronies, be sure to start watching for the next crony giveaway. And don't forget, if you think your membership expired, just click on the I can't even talk no more tonight. Click on the Crony Club tab, and it'll let you know if your membership has expired.
Oh, yeah, we have a West Coast Wednesday show.
Mm-hmm. West Coast Wednesday with Kathleen Biffle's dredging up the news. So got to be here for that. Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll all be here. Shad will be here. Dennis, Scott, me, and I think our very own Rich Cooley will be back from his cruising the Seven Seas voyage. He should be back.
Oh, yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, wearing that cowboy. He came back a cowboy or something. I've seen all the pictures.
I know. Mr. Suntan.
Transformed him into something.
I know. Did you see how nice his beard looked and everything?
Oh,
like,
man.
dang,
yeah.
Rich.
I was like, man,
that didn't look like Rich.
No, Western Shootout or something.
he needs
His head
to go.
Looked really big from that angle too.
It did. He needs to go on more cruises because he really looked good.
He just needs a bigger hat.
Yeah, or a smaller head.
Well, a hat on that big head.
Like a Texan.
He did. I know. He really did. He looked
He
rested.
said he took his gold pan.
Mm-hmm.
So he found any gold.
I
while
wonder.
he was going to islands.
I wonder. We will drill him on that one Wednesday night. We want to know. But that cruise did him well. I think he needed the break and a little bit of rest. So good for Rich. And we look forward to having Rich back here Wednesday night with us. And I'm sure he missed it. Because I know we always do when one of us is away. So we miss our listeners. That's for sure. And
yeah.
We want to thank Shannon for stopping by again and bringing us up to speed on what's going on out there with the fight with AMRA and stuff. So always great. Want to thank Jimbo at Jimbo's Gold for tonight's giveaway and Steve Hamilton at MakeYourOwnGoldBars.com. And What else am I forgetting? I think that's everything, right, guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
We got it. That's everything. Dennis, no. Wait, Dennis, don't you got your Oak Island thingy?
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to. I mean, they haven't done the episode where they're drilling the hole.
Okay.
I mean, just kind of to bring you up to speed, they found 2 pieces of bone.
Mm-hmm.
They set them off, had them tested. One was a European, the DNA, and the other one was from the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went. Lagina's went over to somewhere over in Italy, or I can't remember exactly. I don't have my notes with me, but they went to visit where the Templars,
right,
the Templars started, and finding the history of it, because they've been finding a lot of Templar stuff on the island.
Right.
So the Templars, what they were is they were like a Christian bodyguard army.
Yeah, they were crusaders.
And they were basically crusaders, and they would basically take, the gold and the covenant of the ark and all this stuff, and they would protect it. And come to find out that one of the kings had owed the Templars so much money couldn't afford them to pay them, so they put them in the dungeon and tortured them and killed them.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, really? I guess you hire them to watch your stuff, and then you can't pay them, so instead you just torture them and kill them, and that's cruel.
Yeah, but, I wish I could do that.
They haven't really. Well, Shad, you could. You got a lot of guns.
No, I do not.
But they did some more metal detecting. They not just they're finding more artifacts and some more pottery pieces that they've been finding, and they also found which in that borehole 8 looked like something from like a ledger, and it had like a piece of the the binding on it on the end of it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, this year has been a really, really good year for what they're finding.
How many more shows are left in the season?
Covering.
Dennis, how many more shows are left?
There's 10 episodes out.
Okay.
I don't know. The 10 episodes out. I hope it goes on forever. But, I know they'll... So, hope, and I can almost guarantee you there's going to be a next season.
Oh, sure.
But I hope they show, something major. Well, finding the bone and the pottery, everything else is major, but, something really major when they get that great big 15-foot round or whatever it is, pipe drilled down in the hole 200 feet.
Yeah.
So, that's, they think they found that, what's it called, where they built like a wooden structure and then they put concrete around it, and
the vault.
It's supposed to be where they buried all the, the treasure and
the vault, right?
Yeah, the vault. I hope they hit that and find it something.
Yeah, me too. I would really like to see it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Because it's so good this year. The show is so. Why couldn't they start it out with this? If they'd have started out with this, they probably would have kept more viewers. But I don't know. Still had me going even when they just finding wood.
Right. Oh, I know. Well, it's treasure hunting. Process of elimination.
At the last show of this season, they're going to drill down there. And at the final minute, you're going to see them, oh my God, I can't believe what they found. And then that's it. You got to wait until next season.
It's going to. That's the way it always ends, right? Dang. You know it.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Oh, yeah. That way we tune in next year.
Another whole year.
Yeah.
And then that whole next season's just highlighting everything they did the previous few seasons.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
don't make me come to Ohio.
You're right. That's what it's going to be. Guaranteed. I think Shad produced it. He knows.
They better not do that.
That's what it sounds like, though. Because if they hit it, they've reached their goal. If they find treasure, they've reached their goal. So, yeah, they'll have to recap all the seasons. And then...
But then they'll No, don't be trying to ruin my game. I hit the water pipe flush.
Recap.
Play that stupid music.
Recap.
You're doing this crap. You and Shad.
Recap.
Me.
That's what it's going to be, a season of recap for you, Dennis. It's going to suck. And then they're going to say, we found a book is what we found. Dun, dun, dun. And then that's it. It'll never come back again. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. So that's what...
Hopefully they won't end it. Hopefully they'll just keep.
I hope they find the Holy Grail down there. I hoop they find all them treasures. The Ark of the Covenant, everything. That would be cool. Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be amazing if they found something like that?
Yes, it would. It would really.
Find the Holy Grail.
Yeah, it would be totally amazing.
And bring the people from the dead back to life, and we have zombies. Right.
Yeah, that would be the show.
I did find that. I wonder what country would try to claim it.
I don't know.
You'd see somebody try to say, no, that's ours.
Oh, somebody would, but I think it would belong to Canada, right? Because it's buried there, I think.
Yeah, Canada would have the initial rights. However, if it was historically traced back to another country, right, that country would probably contest part of it.
Oh, yeah, they'd probably end up getting it. Sure. It's crazy, but interesting. So, yeah, keep us up to speed, brother, and what's happening after this week.
Oh, yeah.
Because maybe this week's will be a little more than just recaps.
Yeah, they should show. Hopefully they've drilled down enough where they can stick the camera down in and see if there's anything in there yet. Or
I would think so.
Someone in there dive down in there, something.
Something. Let's hope for something great this week.
Yeah.
I like it. Awesome, Dennis. See, I was forgetting something. You didn't remind me. Dang it. Dang it. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it, brother. You keep me up to speed on the old Oak Island. And on that note, on the Oak Island note, we're out of here. We're saying goodnight, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you all Wednesday night. Take care. Be safe. Good night, everybody.
See you Wednesday.
Night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.